Aces High. A lot of riffs in here, of course. It's an Iron Maiden song. Lead parts for days. It's Iron Maiden, so there's a lot of times you got two different lead guitars playing two different things simultaneously. Sometimes they match each other, but a lot of times they're switching between octaves of each other and just different harmonies with each other. And this one's going to start in just that fashion, of course. So we have a intro section here, and the first guitar will be playing something like this. And this is all standard tuning, of course. Okay, and the first guitar will be playing something like 6th fret on the D, 7th fret. And you're going to want to do that with the ring finger to pinky, because we're going to need some fingers down here. So we go 6 to 7 with the pinky. Then we go 4th on the G. Okay. And then here we do 6 on the D, 6 on the G, back to 4 on the G. Okay. And you're going to kind of palm mute these a little bit. Okay, and you just kind of pick up the speed a bit. Alright. And to end the section for that guitar, it just has a slight variance here. Okay, so the last time you do it, you're going to want to go 6, 7, 4 on the G, and then just end it with a 7 on the D to 6 on the D. And then just kind of hold that 6. And now for the second guitar that's going for that intro section, kind of similar, but like I said, just slightly different to give it that harmony feel. Okay, and this one here, it's going to start with 7 on the A, and then 4 on the D, 6 to 4 on the D, 7 on the D, to 6 on the D. And that'll repeat twice. This guitar will switch a little bit. It'll play something a little different halfway through. So we'll do that a couple times. We'll jump to 4 on the A, 5, 7, back to 5, 7 on the D, to 6 on the D. Put that in there once. Alright, so you put that together. Okay, and this one will end like this. 7 on the A, 4, 6, 4, and then just end on a 7 on the A. Okay, and now it's kind of a post-intro, pre-verse section here. A little riff going on. And this is another harmonizer riff that they do. So 2 different guitars playing 2 different things. They kind of sound alike, but the notes are just switched enough. So the first guitar will be doing something like this, where it's 5th fret on the G. Okay, hit that. And then we do a kind of a hammer-on between 4, 5, 4, 5 on the G. Okay, back to 4 on the G. And then we do 5 twice on the B, 5 on the G. Alright, in the second half of that, we do 5 on the G, 4, 5, 4, 5, 4. Okay, and then here we do 3 twice on the B, 5, 3, 5, 4 on the G. Alright. And the second guitar is playing this at the same time. So we do 7 on the D, and kind of similar, we go 5, 7, 5, 7, back to 5, and then we do 5 twice on the G, 7 on the D, right. 7 on the D, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5. Okay. Then we go 4 on the G twice, 5, 4 on the G, and then 7 to 5 on the D. Alright, the verse comes in, and for this section, all guitars are just playing the same riff. It's going to start kind of at a higher voicing, and then it drops to a lower voicing. So we'll start it here. This is the first half of it. It's going to be with the E power chord up here at the 7th on the A. Okay. We hit this. Bring it up to 9, 10, 12, back down to 10, to 9, and then 7. And then here we come up back up to 10, 9, and then to 5. The second half of the verse, like I said, drops to a lower voicing, and so we're just going to do an open A. And then we go 2, 3, 5, back to 3, 2, open, 3, 2, 3 on the E, 2 on the A, back to 3 on the E, back to 2 on the A. To end that section, it's going to go the same way, but then when we do the 3-2 open, then we're just going to hit most of a G chord here, and just let that go. Okay, pre-chorus section here. For the most part, the guitars are playing the same thing, but the ends of the sections vary slightly. So we'll just go through both of those here. For the first half, or for the first sections of both of these, they're kind of playing the same thing. And it's going to be a 5 on the A, hammer on the 7, okay, and then 7 twice more. Then we do 5 on the D, and then 2 7s on the A. And then we do 7 on the D, 2 7s on the A. Okay, and then this fourth measure here is where they both kind of play something slightly different. Okay, so just to double check, we go. And then here, for the first guitar, we do 5 4 on the G, 7 5 on the D, 4 on the G, 7 on the D, and then a 5 open pull off on the D. Alright, and the second guitar, like I said, is doing the same first 3 measures. But for this guitar, they're going to do 5 4 on the G, 7 5 on the D, 7 5 on the D again, and then 4 open on the D. They both kind of have a slightly different ending for this section. Okay, so we'll play that part again. Okay. And then the first guitar will do 5 on the B, 7 on the G, 5 on the G, 4, back to 5. Alright, and the second guitar ends their pre-chorus with same part. But here they do 5 4 on the G, 7 5 7 on the D. Okay, for the chorus section, probably the easiest part of the song, we're just going to want to hit this E power chord. Okay, and you can go ahead and hit the open E with it. So 7th fret on the A, 9 9 9 on the D G B. Okay, you go ahead and hit that open E with it. And then we're just going to go down to 3rd fret on the A. Up to 5 on the A, and then back to the E power chord here. Alright, and then it switches here, and we're going to go to that G chord. Just kind of hit like the bass note of it on the 3rd of the E, and then you go on and hit open G, 3rd fret on the B and the E. Just make it kind of big sounding, and then we come up to a 6th fret on the A, okay, D sharp chord there, and then bring it to the 8th fret of the A, the F. So you put that all together. And during the chorus here, there's a little bit of a guitar kind of flourish in the background, where it just kind of hits some harmonics. And I don't have the whammy to go crazy with it, but I'll give you the general idea here. It hits a harmonic on the 5th of the D, and then G. Okay, so just, of course, to get a harmonic, you just lightly lay your finger on the fret. Don't really press it down, just kind of lightly lay it on there. Okay, and once you hit that G, then you would want to take your whammy and just make some hard dives with it. That's the best I got. Okay, an interlude section just before the chorus. This here is just kind of going to be some palm muted, just quick notes here on the A string mostly. So we're going to do open A, just kind of hit that little power chord. Okay, and then we're going to do 3rd fret twice, and you're going to want to kind of palm mute this a little bit. And then a couple open A's. Then we go 3, 2 open on the A. And then we bring it to a 5th fret power chord on the A. And then we end that with kind of the same deal. Open A, 2 3s, couple opens. Then we go 3, 2 open, 3 on the E, and then open A power chord. Twice. Okay, now the solo section. Starts off pretty easy, kind of has some, just a lot of pull-off, hammer-on type techniques in here. So it starts off pretty easy. We're just going to do 7th fret on the G. We're just going to bend that. Just bend it and hold it for a good while there. And then we're just going to start picking it like crazy. Okay. Release it. We do a quick 5 on the B, and then bring it up to 8 and bend that real quick. Alright, and from here we do a quick little kind of pull off scale down. It's going to be 8 to 5 on the B, then 7 on the G. 5 on the B, and then we do a 7 5 7 5 on the G, 7 on the D, 5 on the G, and 7 5 7 5 on the D, and then 7 on the A. And just kind of vibrate over that. Alright, in the next section here, we're going to do some of those really quick hammer-on to open pull-offs here. It's going to be essentially 8 on the E, 5 E, open E. And then we just do shift it down, 7 on the E, 5, open. Keep it with the pinky so I don't have to go between fingers. It makes it a little easier to get fast with it for me. So we do. Okay, at the end of that, we're just going to do a quick slide up from 8 on the B to 10 on the B. Alright, and now a really quick, tiny little scale here. Okay, after 10 on the B, we're just going to bring that right up to the 13 on the B. Okay. And then from here, we do a 14G, 12, 14, 12, 14D, 12, 14G, and then 12, 13, 12 on the B, back to 14G, and here we do 12, 13, 15 on the B, and here we do 12, 13, 12, 15 on the E, and then bend that 15. Alright, and now another pull-off section here, but here we're going to add kind of a different style to it. We're going to do a 10 on the E, and then we're going to do a 12 on the B, pull off to open, and then we do 10 on the E, 14 on the B, pull off to open, and then just repeat that. And then we'll end that with kind of a pull-off scale down on the B string here, where we do 12 to open, 10 to open, 8 to open, back to 10, and then we do 8, 7, 8, 7, 5, 7, 8, 7, and then we end it on the 6th fret of the G. Alright, and now kind of a little scale going on next section. We start with a hammer on from 7 to 9 on the D. Just gonna hold that for a second. Okay, and we go 7 on the G to 10 on the B, and we want to kind of rake that. Okay. And then we do 9, 7, pull off on the B, 9 on the G, 9, 7, pull off on the B, and then a quick bend on the 9 of the G. Okay. Then we do release that. 7 on the G, 9 on the D, and then we do 9 on the D and G, pull out to 7 on the D and G, 9, 7, pull off on the D, then 9 on the A, slide to 5. Okay. Alright, and for the last section of the solo here, it's kind of just a funky little scale down, and it's going to start with the 7 on the B, right. Then we go 10 on the G, 7 G, 11 D, then we go 9, 8, 7 D, then we do 9, 8, 7 A, bend that 7. Alright, now we end it all with a slide up to 16 on the G. Then we do 15 on the B, 17B, bend the 17, release it, 15 on the B, then we bend 17 on the E. Just hold it. The very ending, the very end of it, we're kind of doing that second intro section, you know, but at the very end, once everything's kind of coming to the big finale, there's this little riff that comes in. It's going to be 9 and 8, so we do 9 on the G, 8 on the B, and we slide it down 2 frets, and then back up to 9 and 8. Okay, so there'll be 9 and 8 to 7 and 6, back to 7 and 6, and then we do 5 and 5. Okay, and then we jump over to 4 and 3 to 5 and 5 to 7 and 6. Okay, back to 5 and 5. And then we do 5 on the D, 4 on the G, and then 7 and 5 on the D and G. Alright, that's Aces High by Iron Maiden. A ton of stuff in there. You got 2 guitars worth of most riffs and all kinds of soloing and whatnot. Hopefully this video will keep you busy for a while. It took a while for me. I hope you learned something with it. Enjoy it. Share it a bunch. Watch it a ton. I'd love a subscription from you. That'd be cool. And till next time, Aces High. We'll see ya.